Hi, my name is Sascha Peters. I'm CEO and owner of Haute Innovation in Berlin, and we were responsible for this year's InnoDex exhibition. I have a presentation with me, and I would like to talk about materials for the biological circle. Normally, I start with an image like that, because we all know that we have to do something against global warming. And if the pandemic would not have taken our whole attention in the last 2 years, then probably sustainability would be the most important issue at that time, and it's probably the most important issue for the next decade. We are overstepping ourselves, and we have done this since the late 70s. We use more resources than the planet can give to us, and we commit more emissions than nature could is being able to absorb. In 2020, we took 160% of the global biocapacity, and this is not possible in future anymore. A circular economy would be the future solution and the future system for our economy and our society. That's clear. Where resources circle in, let's say, endless or up to endless circles, and where innovative concepts of reusing, refurbishing and recycle play an important role. I give you an example about what materials and companies can benefit from the idea of a circular economy. World's first technical textile was invented in Switzerland by a company called InnoDex. They use banana fibers from banana leaves to create a paper out of it. Then they spin the paper to a yarn, and at the end were able to weave that yarn to a textile and make bags out of it. 100% bio-based, 100% biodegradable, with possible applications in the bag industry, furniture industry, for example, but also for automotive and interior design. Second example comes from Italy, from Milan, a company called Vegea. They turn wine trester into a leather alternative by polymerizing the oil in the seeds that are left when you produce wine, and then be able to create a textile for furniture, for fashion industry, for example. And of course, if you need higher abrasive qualities in the material, they mix special compounds and finishings and enhance the qualities of that material so that it is possible to use, for example, in the car industry. And that was a very, very interesting project they did last year. So a lot of activities are now taking place in the automotive industry to hire up the natural and the bio-based, to hire the natural resources and to reduce the carbon footprint in the car industry. And so do Volkswagen with this coffee leather by using the silver skin, which is a residue of the coffee roastery, as a filler to synthetic leather alternatives. That's a project they are working on now. By the way, it is possible to get a leather alternative also from cactus leaves, the cellulose fibers which is in the cactus. This is an image of the company founders Deserto from Mexico. They found a way to do so. So that's the cellulose from they got from the cactus, and they turned the cellulose into this very, very interesting material. Both, by the way, were launched to the market recently. Same as this material, a leather alternative made from mushroom fibers. Both threads from the US. The company is the producer, and both were launched into the market recently. Adidas, for example, has made a shoe out of it, a sneaker, and this is possible to buy nowadays, so you can have it if you want. A lot of research nowadays takes place about having more renewable material in industrial products. Sports is an area where a lot is taking place. For example, Fraunhofer in Brunswick works on a stand-up paddleboard which is 100% made from renewable material. Balsa board, a very lightweight material, flax fibers, wooden foam, as you know. And we have the rear wing of that car, the so-called bio-lightweight car body, in our exhibition. A Swiss company tried to get all the high quality qualities that wood can have out of it, and would love to get an alternative to wood from the tropes. They developed a technology where they densified solid woods from European forests up to a veneer material, so that they can use it in a way that you, for example, can replace metal components with wood. High precision products and constructions made from wood. And this is an example of a watch. We have that in the exhibition right now. A second example of a product they are going to present and launch to the market this year is the world's first wooden debit card. Maybe you know that a lot of cards are in the world. They are all made of plastics. You know about the problems with ocean plastics and plastics in our environment. So they presented a solution 100% made from wood, plus the metal, the prints for the electronic parts, and the magnet solution. This is made from metal. So that's the wooden debit card. one tree enough for 10,000 carts, by the way. And they densify the wood so strong that they can create a light transparent wood, a light transparent veneer that could be, for example, used in interior design of a car, maybe an interior design of housing, buildings. We have a demonstrator to show the possibilities of that veneer in our exhibition. And we show also a development from Haute University. Maybe you know that the butterfly and the colors of a butterfly are not there because of pigments. So there is no color. It's just a structure that reflects the light in a way that we think that this butterfly is blue or white or has other colors on its back. Researchers at Haute University transforms this structural color idea from nature to wood, to wooden surfaces, and were able to create colors on top of boards, which are not there because it's just the structure. And we have examples of that in our exhibition as well, up to a point where you see black and metal shimmering wood, it's the name. Let's find some words about 3D printing. 3D printing is also turning into sustainability, so companies and researchers are now developing solutions where they use natural materials. For example, Katrin Breitenbach, a designer from Germany, won the German recycling prize last year by 3D printing a lamp and integrate particles from avocado seeds into the printing filament. So that's the solution we have on display. Then what about printing wooden windows? That's a company from Sweden, Nordan, which are able to do so. So they print with granules, plastic with a lot of wooden fibers inside, and it looks like wood. You can work with it like wood. You see the lines from the printing. It looks like a little bit like the year ring in the tree. It's a mixture between plastic and wooden fibers, not 100% biodegradable. So researchers in Germany found a way to create a 100% biodegradable wooden biopaste. By the way, it's not a granule, it's a paste made from 50% lignin and 50% cellulose, 100% biodegradable, which is not on the market but in research. So maybe in some years they will have that in a product that you can buy. You can buy this lamp. We have that in our exhibition. We got it from a Kickstarter campaign just a couple of weeks ago from Italy, a designer from Milan. They print with a filament based on orange peels from Sicily. They have a lot of orange peels there because they are producing juice, as you all know. This is the material. They print a lamp 100% bio-based, 100% biodegradable. And this is my last example for today, a development from Barcelona. also a printing filament where they integrate additives where they first absorb CO2 from the atmosphere and then print with the minerals as a filler material in the printing material. So at the end, that is a printed furniture which works like a CO2 storage. So imagine you have a whole environment or a building where you print with that material to reduce the CO2 in our atmosphere. That would be a great option. Thanks for listening to me. Yeah, I'm around in the InnoDex area and would be nice to welcome you there and show you the materials we have with us today. Thanks a lot.